like I was saying, I was kind of getting swayed by him, but I don't know if it's because he was just talking over you and like you didn't have a like.
I'll tell you why. Yeah, but he said things obviously that were wrong. For example, he said that when I gave Sia his name, he said he
Like I was
knows.
saying,
I mean, he said that I knew that she was going to go to his whatever account, social media account, and make a and do something with with that Shutterstock picture of that little girl who he pretends to be his daughter.
Shutterstock picture.
Hello, everybody. Let me just bring myself into the picture and say hi. I am Sidney Winston. Also, Ask an Atheist. And the rest. Ashkenazi Atheist. I think that's it. Today, we are going to talk uninterrupted. How's that for a concept? Well, I'm going to review a video that Outbound Man made last night with me participating. My side of the story regarding Sia and all the accusations made against her. And I want to set the record straight because every single person in last night's hangout, the one that we're going to watch, bar one, just Jennifer was the only impartial, rational thinking logician, as you'll see. And I want to show you how everybody else was biased. Everybody else was acutely biased to the point of cognitive dissonance. They no idea, not a fucking clue. But anyway, there is a hangout for the regular hangouters. If anyone wants to join, you're more than welcome. But respect, okay? Because we're doing a live show. It's a review, and I wanted to have continuity, if at all possible. Thank you very much. So essentially, if I can paint a background, there's a small community of us in this Google Plus world, cyber world, who bicker and bitch and complain and fight and swear and hate and love and all sorts of things on each other. One person in this community has been singled out, and almost to a man and woman, barring a small handful, including Jennifer and myself, plus some others. Almost to a man and a woman, they bully Sia. Cyberbully Sia. And for a trumped up reason, one that has no validity, one that has no source. So, I'm going to try and set the record straight. The source video that is behind me, that's going to play, is just over an hour long. I've watched the last, I don't know, half of it already, and we probably don't even have to go there. I can see that if what I'm expecting to hear on the video is near the beginning, then this won't be much of a long show. and I'm sure we all appreciate that. So yeah, let's see what transpires here. Yeah, he pretends that's his daughter, and he tries to elicit all sorts of crocodile tears from everybody. Okay, just to again, the background to this is we're talking about Sasha and Bryn. The two of them had a fall in love over the internet relationship. Sia, me, well, just Sia and me saw that the female, Bryn, was a con artist and a fake from the very beginning, and we tried to warn Sasha about this. Unfortunately, it blew up in both our faces. Sasha was so love struck that our words mean shit, and the whole relationship between Sasha and Bryn has fallen apart to the point where hospitalization took place, bruises on limbs were evident. Lots of insults, personal insults, are flying around, and that's almost the Bryn and Sasha story. You know, the whole soap opera about it is almost a digression, because this is how it started. Well, I'll tell you what. I will answer the questions as we go along, and as Outbound Outbound asks the questions instead of me trying to answer and being interrupted by and laughed at and pretty much filibustered. And as you'll see what he does. This is what Outbound does. He asks me a question, and I answer the question. And while I'm answering the question, he'll butt in, he'll laugh, he'll say that it's ridiculous before I've even had a chance to finish my answer. Now, Outbound, that is very unparliamentary, I want to tell you, and I will be submitting a formal complaint to the Speaker of the House. All right, let's go. Well, real tears from everybody while he sheds his crocodile tears all over it. I understand that Sasha's tears are bigger than his dick, according to Bryn Lee.
Okay. Well, I do have questions though, just based on hearing his story, right? So I want to ask you. So, let's start with the Bryn and Sia fight. What do you like? You said that you saw him in a chat fighting over something. What was that?
No, I didn't see him in a chat fighting over anything.
You said that you had never seen them in a hangout fighting, like fighting over Vlad, and you didn't know what he was talking about with that.
I still don't know what that's about. But I'll tell you what.
So why do Sia and Bryn hate each other?
I'm sorry, Outbound.
I'll tell you. Shut up, Patrick. I'm talking. Okay.
No,
yeah, we're on to something different.
I'm just talking to. I was just talking to Outbound. I'm telling him
let Sidney
talk.
For fucking kick you right out of here.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Out.
Right? I was just talking to Outbound, and I was just telling him I'm back.
I said get out. Get out.
Just let Sidney talk.
Get out. Out. You annoying little man. Get out.
I just went to go take a piss, and Outbound was in the
Okay,
middle
well then shut the
of
fuck up.
yelling at
I'm
me.
talking. You
And
don't have
I'm
to
gonna
come
let
and
him
interrupt
yell at me
everybody
if he
who's
wants
talking.
to.
And then
Go fuck yourself, you fucking
live
atheist fucking
stream. You
bullshit.
come in and you fucking Mr.
I
Patrick
didn't
fucking.
just come in. You just came in. I've been here for fucking 3 hours.
Yeah, well, shut
No,
the fuck up.
Let Sidney talk. I just went live on my channel because I wanted to get some shit from Sidney.
I hope you got that from Patrick.
Yeah, just let Sidney go.
Okay.
What are Bryn and Sia fighting about?
I'll tell you. Let me fucking talk. If you let me talk, I'll talk. If you interrupt me every fucking 2 seconds, I'm not going to talk. I'm going to shut the fuck up, and that'll be the end of that. Because I've had it now. It's been days and days and days where I've been trying to get my story out. No one person will let me get my story out. Maybe I'm just going to say, fuck this. I'll go. I'll make a video. I'll put it up, and then nobody will be able to interrupt it. Your choice.
I'm trying to get everybody to let you talk. So yeah, sorry
Get
about
that
that.
fucking fester to shut the fuck up, and I'll talk. Okay. So, in the beginning, there was just me in a hangout. Okay. And one day, somebody comes into my hangout and asks me if this is an atheist hangout, and I said yes, it's an atheist hangout. And then she says, "Okay, goodbye." And she comes back a couple of days later. I don't forget. And she gives the link to a whole bunch of people, and all of a sudden, there's a whole bunch of new people in my hangout. Okay, that's including all those people who were with Sia and arguing with Sia at the time. This is like almost a year ago now, I suppose. Anyway, they come into my hangout and they start yelling and screaming at each other. Okay, and I didn't really sort of know what the hell was going on. I thought that originally when that first person said, "Is this an atheist hangout?" I thought, "Oh right, somebody's looking for atheism and looking for a group, a community, la 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 la." But it turns out that it was just another ploy to get another, I guess, chat room going with everybody, so that it was fresh and new and nobody gets sniped, whatever. That's when I first met Sia. She'd come into the hangout. She'd, we'd talk. She'd joke around with the rest of us, and really, that was it. There was no other conversation history. And then all of a sudden, all these women, all these people in the hangout started attacking Sia for being a Muslim. And there was no reason for it because Sia hadn't said anything. And all of a sudden they were attacking her for being a Muslim. And one of the people who was brought into the chat was Bryn Lee, who I'd never seen before. So she comes into the chat. I guess she was brought in with the rest of the crowd. And she comes into the chat, and it's the what I think they're talking about. There was a chat. I guess there was a chat when I was in there, and Bryn and Sia and Vlad. I don't remember this, but apparently there was a chat in there where they were all in there. And anyway, Sia sends me a screenshot of something. And what happened was, Sia had in the chat said hi to Vlad, and said hi Vlad, and sent one of those sort of emoji smiley kissy things. And Sia sent me a snapshot of how Bryn reacted to that. She fucking went off her tree and threatened. I have the snapshot. I have the image, and threatened Sia with don't you ever send a kissy face to Vlad again. If you do, I'll rip your fucking head off. That type of thing. Actually, I have the actual. There it is. I'll read it to you. Sia, you poor excuse of a vagina. Type one more kiss. kissy face at Persian, and I will annihilate you so badly, you will only be able to talk to fucking Davey. That's what she said.
You realize
So
that's exact.
So hold on, let me
That's
finish. So I took that shot and I went to Vlad and I said, "Hey Vlad, what's going on here? This is kind of not normal for someone to be that reactive to something so benign." And his reply to me was, "Look, she's just protecting me. She doesn't want anybody else to get close to me. I can understand it." Okay, so that was what started it. Her going off at Sia. I went to Vlad and said, "What the fuck's going on?" And then Vlad, protected and supported Bryn's comment to her about, that she'll be annihilated if with the kissy face thing. And that kind of what started it. I had no idea this was going on behind the scenes. This was a private message that Bryn sent to Sia, and she showed me, and I went to Vlad. I said, what is this about? This is really not really necessary. And he supported Bryn in that. And from that moment on, it was game on, because he wouldn't answer me. He was very standoffish in my very sort of flippant in his reply to me when I said, "What's going on?" He said, "Oh, well, she doesn't want women to get close to me," bullshit like that. So that's what started it. That's what it's all about. That particular incident is what started the whole Bryn thing. That's how I got to know that Bryn was a psycho. Up to that point, I had absolutely no bad contact with her. In fact, I just found a message. That she'd messaged me when she first joined, saying hi, which is kind of hypocritical, considering that she doesn't like it when other women say hi to Vlad, yet she's saying hi to me, which is very fucking strange. So that is the story of why the Bryn and Sia rift happened. It had nothing to do with Sia. It was all about Bryn losing her fucking mind over Sia saying hi to Vlad, and Vlad being all, kind of proud that there's this woman Bryn is coming to his, his white knighting for him in a way, and showing some protection. I guess he loved it. Thank you for telling me that there's no audio, buddy. Appreciate it. But that's all right because we can go back a bit. I guess chat room going with everybody so that it was fresh and new and nobody gets sniped, whatever. That's when I first met Sia. She'd come into the hangout. Right. Okay, so I first met Sia. I might as well just talk and tell you the story. I used to have, much like I have now, as you can see above there, I have a hangout. It's open, and anybody who has the link can join. So far, I have 2 links, and there are 2 links in the hangout. Doesn't matter. A hangout would be sort of a waste right now unless somebody wanted to watch and shut up. So I used to have a different hangout, or the same hangout, I forget. Anyway, it was a long time ago. I used to have this hangout, and anybody who wanted to come in and chat would do so. And like I said, one day someone came in and asked if this was an atheist chat room. I said yes. And she sounded very excited about it. And I was trying to ask her questions, follow-up questions about how she found the hangout and what she expected, and etc. But she kind of ran away. She left. And then a lot more people joined the hangout, the chat room. We kind of connected. But the hangout specifically, which can take 10 people, like this one can take 10 people. And there was always 10 people in there screaming and shouting, and there was no control. You can't moderate 9 other screaming people and you screaming on top of that. It's just not possible. So, at some point, of course, being a hangout that's open 24/7, I'd come in, I'd go out, I'd go to sleep, I'd not be around for a while, and I just say, like I say, leave it open. And I remember at one point, in order not to be a boring hangout, and I was there was a YouTube channel streaming 24/7 Family Guy or something like it. Family Guy or Captain America or American Dad or one of those pretty funny shows. So I was screen sharing that when I wasn't here, and a day or 2 later, I was in the hangout, and I see Sia there on her own, and I said, "Oh, sorry I wasn't here, and sorry that you have to hang out here on your own." And she said, "No, it's okay. I was actually enjoying watching the animations." That was our first contact. Everything was fine. When other people joined in, they started saying things about Sia, which were uncalled for, about who she is, what she does in terms of her personal ideology, personal theology. But Sia hadn't mentioned it. She was she was funny, she was talkative, she was intelligent, she enjoyed what I was presenting, and I felt comfortable talking to her. Not once, when myself and Sia were talking, or should I say Sia and me were talking, not once did she start with, "I'm a Muslim, and what I do as a Muslim, and as a Muslim I think that, Not once. It was always normal, secular, if you will, communal, societal acceptable banter. That's it. So these other people will come in the hangout and start throwing all these accusations about the Muslim thing. And I'm the kind of person, if you tell me, if I'm totally innocent, okay, nothing's wrong, but you come and you tell me that I'm an XYZ unwanted person in life, I'll troll you back, and I'll say I'll present myself as an XYZ unwanted person in life to you, to the best of my. In fact, I will try and be the best XYZ unwanted person in real life as I possibly can, and be the best troll of the situation as I can, the best one. So I understand when those people started throwing attacks at her, and how and why she responded the way she did. I would do exactly the same. I understand. It's not anything more threatening than anybody else would do when being bullied and standing up for herself, which is admirable to see. Sia was being bullied, she was standing up for herself, and quite frankly, I think all the bullies just couldn't handle it. To this day, they can't handle it. And because of the advancement of chronology of time, it turns out that Sia is winning. No, winning is too weak of a word. Sia is thrashing her competition. Thrashing. Stomping them into the ground. So, the whole issue of this video that we're watching, that we're going to be carrying on with, is that they think that I unfairly am biased towards Sia being a Muslim, when the issue of Sia being a Muslim is a non-issue, because Sia, this is how much Sia shows how much of a Muslim she is. We'll be in a hangout, okay, and she'll say, I'm AFK I'm AFK, excuse me. And she'll be gone. And we'll carry on. And somebody else will leave, and somebody else will come back, and Sia will come back, and we'll carry on. And that's it. That's it. That's how much Sia projects her Islamic Muslim life on Hangouts. Zero. Nothing. Yet, she gets attacked from all sides. She gets bullied. I don't like the bullying. I don't think anybody should like the bullying. And I think that people like Rosie, like Irish Rose, like Bryn Lee, like Yesenia, all the female bullies should be ashamed of themselves. Ashamed of themselves for the things they say. The shit slinging is worse amongst the females than I see amongst males. And maybe that's because I'm hardened towards the male shit slinging, but not so much towards the female shit slinging. So let's just listen some more and see if I've contradicted myself or if there's anything to add. You know, we talk, she joke around with the rest of us, and really, that was it. There was no other conversation history. And then all of a sudden, all these women, all these people in the hangout started attacking Sia for being a Muslim. And there was no reason for it because Sia hadn't said anything. And all of a sudden they were attacking her for being a Muslim. And one of the people who was brought into the chat was Bryn Lee, who I'd never seen before. So she comes into the chat. I guess she was brought in with the rest of the crowd. And she comes into the chat, and it's what I think they're talking about. There was a chat. I guess there was a chat when I was in there, and Bryn and Sia and Vlad. I don't remember this, but apparently there was a chat in there where they were all in there. And anyway, Sia sends me a snapshot, a screenshot of something. And what happened was, Sia had in the chat said hi to Vlad, and said hi Vlad, and sent one of those sort of emoji, smiley, kissy things. And Sia sent me a snapshot of how Bryn reacted to that. She fucking went off her tree and threatened. I have the snapshot. I have the image, and threatened Sia with don't you ever send a kissy face to Vlad again. If you do, I'll rip your fucking head off. That type of thing. Actually, I have the actual. There it is. I'll read it to you. Sia, you poor excuse of a vagina. Type one more kissy face at Persian, and I will annihilate you so badly you will only be able to talk to fucking David. That's what she said.
You realize that's exact.
So hold on, listen. So I took that shot and I went to Vlad and I said, "Hey Vlad, what's going on here? This is kind of not normal for someone to be that reactive to something so benign." And his reply to me was, "Look, she's just protecting me. She doesn't want anybody else to get close to me. I can understand that." Okay, so that was what started it. Her going off at Sia. I went to Vlad and said, "What the fuck's going on?" And then Vlad, protected and supported Bryn's comment to her about, that she'll be annihilated with the kissy face thing. And that kind of what started it. I had no idea this was going on behind the scenes. This was a private message that Bryn sent to Sia, and she showed me, and I went to Vlad. I said, what is this about? This is really not really necessary. And he supported Bryn in that. And from that moment on, it was game on. Because he wouldn't answer me. He was very standoffish in my, very sort of flippant in his reply to me when I said, "What's going on?" He said, "Oh, well, she doesn't want women to be close to me." Bullshit like that. So that's what started it. That's what it's all about. That particular incident is what started the whole Bryn thing. That's how I got to know that Bryn was a psycho. Up to that point, I had absolutely no bad contact with her. In fact, I just found a message that she messaged me when she first joined, saying hi, which is kind of hypocritical considering that she doesn't like it when other women say hi to Vlad, yet she's saying hi to me, which is very fucking strange. So that is the story of why the Bryn and Sia rift happened. It had nothing to do with Sia. It was all about Bryn losing her fucking mind over Sia saying hi to Vlad, and Vlad being all, kind of proud that this woman Bryn is coming to his, his white knighting for him in a way, and is showing some protection. I guess he loved it. He must have just loved it and rode the wave until the wave crashed into the beach, and you know the rest of the story. Now you may ask me a question. The rest of the story is that the wave crashed into the beach, and those who were riding the wave, i.e., Sasha and Bryn, both got smashed to smithereens, as would be expected when a tsunami meets Sasha and Bryn. Crash. Now, this dude, this Patrick Fester guy, he's on the screen, but he's behind my head. So you know what I'm gonna do? Gonna move my head. All right, that's Patrick Fester guy. Well, he is a drunk. He's a wino, and he comes on, um, and kind of engages, but more engages with himself than engages with the rest of us. He's a just listen to this. Watch this. Outbound can ask me a question. Patrick, you shut the fuck up. I'm not talking to you.
Well, that certainly sounds like the Gossip Girl video that I played for Bulldog.
Okay, so first of all, that matches Vlad's story.
Okay, so there you go. Good. We have matching stories. Thank you very much.
Outbound, I apologize for asking Atheists derailing of your yelling at me. I'm
No.
You apologizing for me? Fuck you.
No.
I'm gonna mute and let you continue because I don't even remember what you were fucking yelling at me about.
Why don't you mute? That's a good idea.
I can come back. I remember what I was yelling at you.
So Patrick, okay, let me just quickly fill you in on what happened with this Patrick thing last night. Patrick was having a discussion with Outbound in this particular hangout, right? At some point, I entered the hangout and joined it. As I entered the hangout, or just moments before I entered the hangout, Patrick got out of his chair and disappeared. So when I joined the hangout, there's an empty chair in Patrick's frame. And and Outbound said to me, "Hey, let's talk about this Sasha, Bryn, whatever thing." And I said, "Okay." And we started talking about it. And then Patrick, in this sort of bumbling, stumbling, drunken sort of a cloud, he appeared back in his chair and was immediately incensed that everybody was talking about something else. And here I had come in and we were talking, and Outbound was talking to me about something else.
And I can come back to that. But,
cool. That's cool. Okay.
But we've been, like Sidney said, we've been waiting for days to get Sidney's story, and he's been overtalked, and nobody would fucking let Sidney fucking answer. And we're live right now, and the video is titled Sidney.
There's actually another reason that this particular live stream is occurring.
Side, because I've finally got a chance to get Sidney's side, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. We're gonna put a pin in mine and your shit, Patrick.
Okay, I just hope you can remember what you were yelling at me about because I'm fucking lost.
See, he still doesn't know what the conversation was that he left. But when he comes back, because they're not talking to him, or he's not still talking about that same conversation, which he can't remember what it was, even though he just went 20 seconds to the fucking toilet. He makes a big fucking production out of it. This guy is needy, to say the least.
I won't forget.
All right, I'm definitely gonna give you the chance to yell at me.
Well, I probably won't yell at you as long as I get a chance to actually say my piece. But back to Sidney. Sidney.
Yes.
Now, first of all, I want to say that it's obvious why Vlad was doing what he was doing. He's got a girl that's fucking being possessed. Like, he wanted to fuck Bryn, really, and he was just glad Bryn wanted to fuck him, which blows my mind.
Whoa. Yes, he wanted to fuck Bryn, but Outbound, if you're watching this, or when you watch this, you got to understand that Vlad, as you said, wanted to fuck Bryn. Sasha wanted to fuck Bryn. But Outbound, Sasha wants to fuck every woman. Every one of them. Every one of them. And then throw them away, you know. That's what he does. That's what he's always done. That's what he just did. And then, you know, look at the bruises.
If, like, he told me he never saw her body, like, I can't believe he would talk to some stranger on the internet, not fucking have a clue what she looks like, and not fucking, and still put any amount of you know, investment in this. Like, he let her come out to fucking Australia. I don't know if it's true that he gave her money or not, but he, you know, he let her, and he went and picked her up from the airport. She stayed with him for months. I mean, he admits to fucking her. Like, I just don't understand why.
Hold on a second about that fucking. I'm having second thoughts about that, because she's posting right now in that other chat room that he couldn't get it out. With his little micro penis, he couldn't get his little micro penis up.
Well, she told.
Yeah, there's she actually got very vicious towards Sasha in that chat room right then, as that was being recorded or being streamed live. And for the first time since she's met Sasha, she's gone personal about his genitals.
Told me that she was addicted to his cock, and that I don't know what it's like to have a cock so good that it's worth, you know, sacrificing your own self-respect for it. That's what she told me.
Viagra in his medicine chest.
Well, you know, regardless, that doesn't match. What you're telling me that she's saying now is the opposite of.
No, I'm not saying she's saying. I'm not saying she said it. There's proof. It's in a chat room, and I have all the snapshots.
I think they fucked.
I do have all the snapshots. I might just present them. Oh, there is something else I just wanted to present to everybody who might ever watch this, who's interested in the Bryn Sasha saga. People were asking why, with all the bruises that Brinley had after she got into a physical, hopefully defensive altercation with Sasha, why Sasha was not arrested. Why was Sasha not arrested for assault, even though he assaulted, and there's physical evidence like bruising to support that assault claim? Well, I have the evidence of why. Now, when they put Bryn into the hospital, they tied her up to IVs and did all sorts of tests, right? As they do in hospitals. One of the tests was a blood test. And what came back from that blood test was a list. And I have the list here. I have the hospital report here. Well, I might have put it in its own little... Yeah. I have the hospital report here. And this woman who was in the Australian hospital, and I'll read to you from this hospital report. And this is also, you know, the blood plus interview, right? This is why Sasha stayed out of jail, because this woman, when she was in hospital, was found to have in her bloodstream 17 medications plus a user. She's a user of crystal meth, cocaine. She's an alcoholic and uses cannabis. So let's work backwards. All right. So she uses cannabis. Oh, hold on. I want to bring you this image in. Oh, let me bring you this image. Just hold on 1 second. I am going to say go there and just watch this while I figure out this image. Okay. Thank you very much. It's okay. Not going to take me very long. Well, I guess it's all relative, but here it is. Okay. Excuse me. Let me just find the right size. There we go. I'll just fade this guy. Look at this. 17 medications plus crystal meth, cocaine, alcoholic, and cannabis use. Okay, I haven't shown the whole report. This is just a small one of many small little screenshots that I've had to take. And each one is as shocking as the one before. This one is as shocking as the screenshot before I took it. And the next screenshot is as shocking as this one. Incredible what we're dealing with here. But I digress, don't I? Look, I got a halo. I'm holy. I have a satanic halo. Look, it's black. Oh, a satanic halo. Yes. To all you Christians out there, that was for all you Christians out there. Okay, let's carry on.
Each other.
Have a look.
I'm ashamed to be part of this fucking gossip.
Get the fuck out! I swear to God.
Go fuck yourself. I'm ashamed to be a part of this gossip.
No, don't kick him out. But Patrick, stop this conversation.
Okay. This got a little. This is going to get comical. So I'm just going to remove myself because it's, I don't really need to be in here for this. It's actually quite funny. Well, I thought it was quite funny.
Is going to go on longer if you keep derailing it, Patrick. We got to just get it over with. Fucking rip the band-aid off.
All right. He's drunk, no wonder.
Look, I think they did fuck because they both admitted to fucking.
Of course they both admitted. And I wouldn't be surprised if I grab it. But what she's saying is obviously just to hurt him, right? And to embarrass him.
Yeah.
Saying he's got a little bit.
When they're getting along, she does.
From January.
Anyway, I'm disappointed in Vlad for taking Bryn's side on that shit. I think that was fucking stupid. But at the same time, you talk about...
That's what started the whole thing. That was it.
Hold on.
And not answering my question and not saying, what the fuck is with this chick?
Let me finish what I'm saying. So at the same time, I would also wonder, about how, Sia is not shy about making death threats online all the time, and she's made death threats to me. I've seen her make...
Oh, you know what? That is such bullshit.
Here we go.
If Sia's made a death threat, then Vlad's made a death threat. All right, exactly. Fucking exactly. Hold on. Here I am. This thing with the death threats is... it's a straw man. Nothing else but a straw man. Listen. I'll show you something. See this? See this? That is a death threat. Okay? I want you to just look at that, and while I look for another one, because there's another death threat coming that I have on record. Just look at that and tell me why that one is not talked about on the show by Outbound. Why not, Outbound? Why aren't you talking about that one? Because that's a death threat. It's on record. You haven't presented anything on record. Nothing. Outbound. And guess what, Outbound? I'm going to show you another one. Okay. Look at this one, Outbound. Tell me if this isn't a death threat. Yeah, I'm going to make a fucking noose out of her fucking hijab. Is that a death threat? I'm just wondering. How about this one here? Seer, I will annihilate you so badly. These are death threats. These are death threats. These are recorded death threats. I'm showing you. And what do you do about them? It's only a death threat. But let me talk to you about death threats that Seer made. Okay, show me. Well, I don't really have any recording. I don't have any proof. But I had a chat to her, and she threatened to kill me. That's the best you have. It's the best you have. And if that is the best you have, I just suggest you leave it alone and just drop it, because you got nothing. I think you're just stirring up a hornet's nest for no reason, just because you're like a vandal. You're like a cyber vandal. There you go. Made up a new word. Cyber vandal. Okay, we're going to listen to a little bit more and see if we can glean anything new from it, okay? I've made a death threat. You've made a death threat. Every fucking person on
I don't make death threats.
in chat rooms has made death threats or whatever threats. I mean, you know, to say one person made a death threat. What about when Bryn said to Sia, I'm gonna take your hijab, I'm gonna hang you by it. Is that
You didn't listen.
Okay, that was just coincidental that I just have to show you that. But here.
You didn't listen to what I
See, I brought it up, but they just ignored it. Absolutely ignored it.
I said.
Why didn't you say something about that? Why didn't you address that?
I already did.
Sia made
I already did.
You did not. You did not.
I did.
What did you say about?
That was the first.
What did you say about Bryn threatening to hang Sia by her own hijab? What have you said about that?
I said that I don't know why Vlad took her side on that. That's stupid. I said that first.
Yeah, but then you mentioned that Sia made death threats. Bullshit,
Yeah.
she made death threats.
You said she made death.
She was trolling, and everybody else was trolling. All of a sudden, when Sia trolls, when Sia makes a statement in a troll situation, it's a real death threat. You guys are full of shit. Everyone.
See, you're not listening. You're just straw manning me.
You're the one who mentioned the death threats. Don't fucking tell me I'm
Oh, so if I mention the death threat, if I just mention it,
If you mentioned Sia's death threats. You didn't mention anybody else's death threats. Why didn't you lump everybody? That's the point. He didn't. He just mentioned Sia. Although there is no death threats that he's shown us that she mentioned or typed or said or anything. Nothing. And nothing in context either. And then he accuses me of strawman.
Man, you are triggered.
Somebody like Sia and putting her aside.
I can't even say.
I wasn't. I might have been triggered, but I was triggered to defend where I'm coming from. I have every right to do that.
Anything about it because listen to you.
What Sia says is not trolling. It's serious. What everybody else
You're
says,
fucked up, man. You're really fucked up over this.
Absolutely, because you are just... You see, I just want to also say, you see how he interrupted me? And I'm going to say what I said there. I said, according to this Outbound, anything that Sia says is like serious. If she says, I'm going to kill you, that's serious. But anything that anybody else says is just trolling. So somebody else says, I'm going to kill you, just trolling. If Sia says it, it's serious. Bullshit. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable, Outbound. I can't believe you think that way. Opened up that fucking
No, it's because they're right. You're cucking for Sia.
Oh, there you go. There you go. You're the one who mentioned. See, what is this cucking for Sia? And is that some kind of a the whole reason behind why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I'm defending her from being bullied? That's cucking. You guys are bullying Sia, and I am unbiased, mind you, unbiased. I am looking for the reason that she needs to be bullied, and I find nothing. Nothing. You're the one who said Sia made death threats right now, and now I'm cucking for Sia.
She did make death threats.
Yeah,
I don't know why that triggers you.
Well, come on, bring them. Where did she make the death threats? Who did she make the death threats to? What did she say? What was the context? What was said to her prior to the death threats? Nothing. Nothing. So did Bryn.
So did Bryn. Do you think I'm going to deny that?
Well, then why don't you... Well, you can't deny that, Outbound, because I got it. I mean, it's there. I just showed it to you. I just showed it to you many times. In fact, fuck it. I'm going to show it to you again. Okay, so death threat number 1 from Bryn. There it is. That's the annihilate. I'm going to annihilate you death threat. Okay? Death threat number 2. The noose. I'm going to make a fucking noose out of a hijab. What do you do with a noose? What do you do with a noose that's made out of a hijab, Outbound? What do you do with it? That's a death threat. That's a worse death threat than that's a detailed, specific death threat. All you've mentioned, Outbound, is a death threat. Sia made a death threat. Okay, well, what is a death threat? Well, you haven't said. You just said a death threat. Well, in this particular case, the death threat that was made here is I'm going to make a fucking noose out of her fucking hijab. Guess what that means? That means I'm going to hang the bitch. It's a death threat. You don't get it. You just don't get it. Bring it up in the same sentence.
Excuse me.
Because
just drop it and say, you know, nobody made death threats. It was all trolling. So
I
don't
already
bring it up.
listen. Why do you think? Why would I give one person special treatment over the other?
Excuse me?
You did though. Why would you? Why did
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
As an
No, I
outsider,
didn't.
can I say something, please?
Yes.
All he said was, please don't jump on me. But all he started to say was, he is not afraid to make threats, and you didn't give him a chance to even finish his sentence, and you jumped on him.
Yeah.
That's exactly the reason, again, that I am making this particular recording or stream. No, he said Sia's not afraid to make death threats.
He said, yes, but he didn't get to finish. Can you please tell me what?
That is a statement. What do you mean? That didn't get to finish. Sia's not afraid.
No, it wasn't finished. Look,
Can you please tell me what's
if it's
hangout? Bryn is making statements. What hangout is
yeah,
it?
let me.
Actually, let me just this avatar here is Jennifer, and Jennifer's been, as you can tell, pretty silent. She's been in the hangout all the time that we were streaming this. Hello,
Sidney.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah, good. Where's Rose?
I don't care. I'm not interested in Rose right now. I'm actually live streaming a review of the Outbound video he made.
Oh, what was that? I didn't even. Was that the
That was
streaming
yesterday.
at
That was
JV
yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what's happening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like the latest Rose video.
All right. Well, you just listen in, and I'm streaming it live, and I'm almost done. But you know, if you want to hang in, just mute.
I'll just listen. I'll mute myself. Sure.
There you go. So anyway, I was going to say that Jennifer here, she was sitting here and listening, doing nothing but listening. And once she'd listened and absorbed everything that was said, she figured it right out. She absolutely nailed it. Nailed it. I actually said that she nailed it, and I'm going to say it right now that she nailed it, and that she's probably going to come out in the video and nail it.
Let me talk. Okay. To me, like, and this, I've said this to Vlad already. Oh, here we go again.
No, because you come up with this bullshit. You come up with this fucking bullshit. Wait for it. Throw it out there.
This is why you're filibustering me now.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, to me, a death threat on the internet from somebody like Sia or Bryn, it doesn't even, like, I've gotten death threats from Sia, from other people. I don't really give a fuck because, in my opinion, a death threat on the internet is only a problem if you have a reasonable expectation that the person can carry through with it, which I don't for either one of those people. I don't think it's really that big of a fucking deal, to be honest with you. But if it did happen, if one person did it and the other person's done it, they're both fucking just as guilty of each other. I wouldn't defend either one of them. They're both pieces of shit. And I'm disappointed in Vlad for defending Bryn, and I would say if you're taking Sia's side on that issue, I don't see where that's warranted either.
Really, Benny?
Well, this is where I find, and I've already accused you last night, Outbound. I find your xenophobia kicks in. The two different situations. The context of the Sia situation, which I outlined and presented, is one in which Sia was attacked. Attacked first, out of nowhere, for no reason. Attacked. The other one, which you outlined with Bryn, is one where Bryn attacked Sia. Bryn threw the first spear, the first cannonball. Bryn started it. There's absolutely two different situations. You cannot compare the two as being the same. In the one, Bryn started it. In the other one, Sia didn't. There's a difference. And I don't think you understand that. But I believe Patrick has some comedy interlude for us. So why don't we let him, let's see what's going on.
I actually talked, when I talked to Vlad yesterday, I said to him that
sorry, no comedy from Patrick.
I didn't know why he fucking took Bryn's side on that shit.
Because he was love struck, that's why.
Yeah, he wanted, and that's stupid. I mean, you're love struck by a woman you've never seen on cam. She lives across the fucking world. He's like, oh, she lied to me about her age. Well, you're on Hangouts and you believed all that? Like, what the fuck is, and you're trolling
Really?
of all people. Are you kidding me? I mean, I said that shit to him, so it's like.
That is the most paradoxical of all things. He's trolling. He invented trolling. He is the consummate internet troll. Hence, he calls himself Trolloli, because he's that troll. And Outbound mentioned a very good point. He just got so massively... No, he didn't get trolled, let's face it. He just got conned. And he reacted very badly. Very, very, very badly. We have injuries. We have police reports. We have medical reports. It's crazy. Oh, Patrick's joined us again. What's up, Patrick? Let's get you here. What do you say, Patrick?
Gossip girl.
But you're in the same boat over there with Sia.
Oh yeah, I'm in the same boat over.
At least that's what it sounds like. And now there's more I want to say about this, right? Like the sharing the link thing, right? You said you shared the Facebook link with Sia for revenge. And I'm guessing it's revenge because he took Bryn's side?
No, it's got nothing to. That was many months later, if I'm not mistaken. One time, okay, maybe not many months, because the whole thing didn't last for like 3 months, 5 months, or whatever. But it was weeks. Nothing happened. Not everything happened on the same day. Okay, don't sort of make something anachronistic out of it, because it's stuff that happened over time. It started at point X, continued up to now, and between there everything happened. It all happened in the same point in time. But I do want to say that in terms of Sia being bullied for no reason at all, I believe I've proved and I've presented my evidence for that. The fact that she gets bullied for being a Muslim, again, there's no reason for her being bullied for being a Muslim, because she never ever starts a conversation with "I'm a Muslim," and as a Muslim I think this, or from the point of view of a Muslim that. Never, ever. She's always, in every single instance, reactive to provocation, and I don't blame her. I would be as well. That's about it. I thank you very much for watching. Sidney Winston live streams will be continued. Guaranteed.